And we're going to go back to Rivers politics now, where, if you remember from before, we tried reaching our News Central correspondent, Biola Festus, in Rivers State at the inter-denominational ceremony that was put together to usher in a return to democracy. Biola, we're hoping that we have the audio and everything straight now. Please do tell us what's happening in Rivers State. Tell us about the preparations for the transmission back to democracy.
I do hope so as well, Mazino. So we were trying to tell you that this Thanksgiving service organized at the instance of the River State government, of course, under the emergency rule headed by Ibok-Ete Ibas, is in line with their activities to mark the beginning of transition to democracy in River State. Now, this is the first public event we are having that is showing that possibly the emergency rule may come to an end on the 18th of September, which is this month, because the presidency had earlier proclaimed an initial period of 6 months. So with these activities, all that we've been hearing so far is as we prepare, as we round up this government, as we prepare to hand over to democratic rule, even the clergyman during his sermon said that as we prepare, the administrator himself also said, as we prepare to hand over to a democratic governance. Now, we were unable to give you the update earlier because while we got into the auditorium, some men of the DSS asked some of us to come out of the auditorium, my media crew, and of course some other media houses, and they told us that we needed clearance before we could cover the event. Despite explanations that this is a public event and of course a government event, and more so it is not in the government house, that the press does not need permission, so to say, to cover, because of course society needs to be informed about this, especially as Rivers people have been yearning from the interviews we've had, from the debates that have been going on, from the viewpoint of civil society organizations. Rivers people have been yearning to come back to a democratic rule, but they didn't let us in. We tried to get up to the gallery to bring you the information, but of course the noise wouldn't let us. But now the program is over, dignitaries have begun leaving, but this is where we are. The beginning, as they say, the transition to democratic governance in River State has begun today. Mazino?
Biola, thank you very much. We'll leave it there. Thank you for bringing us all the details. We'll continue to follow you through the program and whatever else happens inside of River State. Thank you again.